look at that, George. We're live for another Joe Key Adventure Hour. This is Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. Hello to X Rumbling BitChute. Hello to YouTube. Hello to the lurkers and bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to support this channel and me, you can get a copy of The Immortal Mass, a 200-page graphic novel on sale now on my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, Amazon.com.
Yep.
Yeah, you get some tangible stuff when you support me.
Yep.
All right, this is from Pagan. Update. They're not just hunting the leaker. Take-Two got court approval to pull personal infos, email, phone numbers, IP, device IDs from 100,000 Discord users across multiple servers, including Dark Viper, AU, 90,000 member servers. Most of those people were completely bystander who had nothing to do with the leaks. A multi-billion-dollar company is turning Discord into a mass surveillance tool the second their IP gets threatened. And remember, once they have that personal data, there's no real guarantee they can even protect it. These big companies get breached regularly. When, not if, it happens again. Your info is just sitting there waiting to be leaked. So, the saga of the GTA stuff is bullshit. Continues.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so basically, the leaker that we talked about days ago. Actually has the recent build of the game. Has the whole
Recent
game.
build?
The recent build.
Holy smokes!
And he's been uploading it bit by bit. And he says if I get arrested or anything happens to me, I have to manually disclose it, and it's decentralized. So if you arrest me, I have multiple copies of the full build to be released to the public.
Holy smokes! So he has a failsafe.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Mm-hmm.
Corporate speak.
Yeah.
The first leak. Hey, Gap After Dark.
Yeah. Hey, Cap.
Um, corporate speak.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody at what Rockstar
Yeah.
Games, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody at Rockstar Games who's supposed to, who's the admin
Mm-hmm.
guy
Mm-hmm.
who makes sure it watches the data flow.
Yeah.
He dropped the ball because the first data breach, they should have recognized it, right?
Oh, they
And,
did. Remember we talked about it. You remember when they fire all those people?
yeah, but hold on a second.
Okay.
The first data breach.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that?
I want to say 2023, 2024.
Right. That's what 2-3 years
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
How do they have a most recent copy of the game?
That's that's where the second rumor that is still trying to be verified or collaborated. Um, Rockstar has been outsourcing heavily to oversee developers, especially India. A lot of people are assuming that because of the shit pay, excuse my French, the poor pay gap of Indians, somebody offer them real tangible money, and he's like, okay, go ahead. I get real pay. I get real money compared to the pennies that I'm getting with the job.
Oh boy.
So we don't know. It's only a rumor at this point regarding the Indian part. We did briefly read that story, is what they're assuming. We don't know if that's true or not because the story keeps evolving every day. But the guy just says, if I get arrested, I have to manually delay the releases. And if I get arrested, I can't manually delay the releases. So up it goes.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah. So now Rockstar is forcing Discord and Microsoft to hand over personal information. Real. So
That,
it's
that's that's nuts.
yeah,
That's no man. That's completely nuts.
yeah. I'm just waiting that this saga will last 17 days, George.
I just if it's true, they
Hmm.
have the latest release
Yeah, the
or the most updated
latest build.
release.
Yeah.
The the data management system in
Hmm.
that company
Yeah.
is non-existent or incompetent,
Right.
and
Well, George, they lost 5%, I believe, close to 5% of their market share, $2 billion or whatever, from investor pulling away from all of this.
wow. I mean, like, holy shit.
Whatever they gain, they lost
That
on
just,
this.
I mean, oh, just okay. This is the thing that just stuns
Hmm.
me. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm thoroughly stunned here. I'm completely speechless. I can't even comprehend the level of
Hmm.
incompetent. Uh, they're spent. How much money did they spend making this game?
I heard up to $2 billion.
Okay, let's just stick with $2 billion. Ready for this?
Hmm.
The company spends $2 billion and zero effort on security.
Hmm.
What?
What? But here's what it comes more, because you know what's it's for this whole situation is forcing, a lot of people have been pointing it out, right? Is that, hey, we went to we went to digital only to prevent early leaks, because in the past people would sell disc, right, that had the game, and then they would upload it, and then it would be ruined because it would be leaked, because it would be hit before the street date, right? This 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 blows the narrative out of that digital is more secure, because guess what, it's gonna if the full build
Oh,
of this game.
wait. Hold on. Before you
Yeah,
continue,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt. You said something interesting, and that kind of like threw me off. Oh,
yeah,
what's it? I vote for incompetent. Okay, yeah. GTA is like the Acme company. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, okay, hold on a sec. You said something interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I lost it.
What was
Okay,
the interesting thing that I said?
what was the last sentence you said?
I said that the reason why they went for digital only was because
Yes.
it'd be safer, because
Okay,
physical.
okay.
Yeah.
So they're saying digital is safer than physical, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just by the numbers, okay? By the
Right.
numbers.
Right. By the
Okay,
number. Mm-hmm.
a digital, everything gets hacked.
Mm-hmm.
If it's online, it will get hacked.
Right.
A physical, you take it out of the machine, you put the disc on the shelf. I mean, somebody's going to have to break into your house. Now, that's one. Okay, here's number two. The physical is a dense data disk, right? So there's what 40 gigabytes, 40 terabytes of data on that disk.
Oh, no, no, no. You mean the current game?
It just the disk. If they were to sell it as a physical disk
Right.
to stick in your machine and play, how big would that disk be in terms of data size?
Um, Basically, it has a capacity of up to 100 gigabytes.
100 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So basically, it would be an extraordinary effort to copy 100 gigabytes and upload it to the internet and download 100 gigabytes onto your computer, so you can uncompile it and play it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, technically, they're saying that GTA would be about 200
okay,
something. So
let's just say
it would be about two discs. Two
just,
discs.
just say
Two
half a
discs.
terabyte. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, just say half a terabyte of data.
Half a terabyte. There you
Half
go.
a terabyte of data.
Yeah.
Um, Holy smokes! You're telling me everybody on the planet is able to download uh,
No.
uncompressed
No. No.
and play and install
No.
half a terabyte of data onto their computer?
No.
Yes.
No. Because there's a whole lot of countries that are more dependent on physical because their internet is not really that good.
Okay. There you go. So
But
what's the
so,
you just killed the
mhm.
idea that uh, physical is not secure.
Yeah, I did. That was
Because
never my
because they said
that was
online
never my
digital is
position.
secure.
But yes, no, it was their position. That's what they're pointing out. That's what people have been pointing out, saying you guys have been claiming digital, and that includes microtransaction, downloadable, and games that never had any physical to skew it to say there's more digital purchases. The question is, why are they suddenly making this big, massive push to go from physical to digital? And that's and then this whole thing with this leaker and the biggest anticipated game doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I know. But you know what? If the guy gets arrested, right?
Mhm.
If the guy gets arrested, I'm putting male pronouns because I think it's a male, but it could be female. That's I don't know.
It
Uh,
could be a unicorn. Continue.
it could be a unicorn. Yeah. If this guy gets arrested and he says, yeah, it's delayed and it's self I'm arrested, it's all going to be uploaded. Guess what? People are going to see what game you were trying to hide behind a digital release. Guess what? A lot of those pre-orders that you got will go away really quick.
Okay. Okay. So we talked about one and we talked about two. Are you ready for number three?
Number three is you have a pissed off audience because they're
No,
like,
no, no.
go
That's not
ahead,
it.
go
No.
ahead. What's number three then?
Number three is we assume because of the massive delay is
Yeah,
because they're unwoking the game system, right?
yeah. They were supposed to come out last year, and then they decided to release it this year.
Okay. All right. So
So I think that would be 1 year development to remove a lot of um,
the woke stuff, right?
the woke
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. What about this narrative? What about the people who actually created the woke narrative are so pissed, so upset
Uh-huh.
that they're the ones doing the releasing?
Well, you put a
Think about it. How long
yeah.
did it take? How long did it take to make this game?
Um, allegedly 13 years.
And how long do you think it was when they hired all these woke people to manage and make the game?
I'm saying realistically, I think it's been 5 years.
All right. Well, let's just say 5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 years of your hard working life,
Mm-hmm.
and it probably be the pinnacle of your resume.
Remember, they were in the middle of the height of DEI.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm just
Okay.
putting you the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
frame.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was the height of the DI, right?
Yeah.
So imagine these people, these woke
Yeah.
people who are
Yeah.
working on the game for
Uh-huh.
5 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be the pinnacle of their resume.
Yeah.
And just before the game gets released, all their work, their entire resume, their entire investment in the game is removed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's no longer a resume. It doesn't. It no longer merits being on the resume. Wouldn't they be pissed?
Yeah, they would be pissed.
Yeah, wouldn't they be pissed enough to sabotage the release?
Well, if they took a copy unbeknownst to the system, you know, would get past them.
Because that's a lot of ill will. That's a lot of ill will inside the fortress of Rockstar Games.
Right. But here's the other, and this could be red herring if you want to think, because they first came out with the list of demands to Rockstar, which was what all the regular gamers wanted: physical release of the game, right?
Yeah.
And some other nonsense that I don't really pay attention to. And then they're now monetizing the FOMO from people who are stupid enough to pay them in cryptocurrency for to vote in what the leaker will release next. Hmm. Power to the player. But everything that they're being released looks like they just reskin the play mechanic of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's not a bad game. It's a good game, Red Dead Redemption 2. But you know, you're going to have to do extra steps because of realism. And I mean, who plays Grand Theft Auto for realism? But etc. Kaboom! Yeah, the Wiley Coyote. Hey, are you gonna watch the Wiley E. Coyote versus Acme movie?
That is a movie to look forward to.
Yeah. Speaking of which, lives a TikTok. Indian National were just convicted of carrying out a PayPal fraud scheme. The first one had just arrived within the U.S. in the last few weeks. Only here for a few weeks and already committing fraud against a U.S. citizen. Unbelievable. Both were given a 5-year suspended prison sentence. Yes, we will defraud all of you.
So instead of hanging out in India or
Mm-hmm.
wherever,
Yeah,
they decide to come to the place where they're doing it.
yeah.
That's
Screw
kind of
you
ballsy.
directly. Yeah. I mean, makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, by the way, George, did you know that Japan tried to do its own operating system?
No.
You know what it was called?
Linux Japan?
No,
What?
Tron.
Seriously?
Tron.
Okay, I'm thoroughly piqued. Okay, explain what happened.
All right, Japan. This is from Pirate Nation. Japan once tried to create its own operating system that could have become a global standard. The project called Tron started in 1980 and was backed by Japanese companies and government. They wanted to create an operating system that could be used across everything from computer to everyday electronics. In 1989, the U.S. government raised concern that Tron could give the Japanese companies an unfair advantage, restricted U.S. software companies from Japan markets. Tron never became the global PC standard, and Microsoft and Intel eventually dominated that market. So imagine you can be brewing coffee and opening your email from your coffee cup. Tron.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Or your washer.
No, it's like, hold on a sec. You create your own operating system?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, uh, the uh, the operating system to create the unique language. Here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing: to create a unique operating system language
Yeah.
to execute
Yeah.
the dynamics of standard stuff
Mm-hmm.
is stupid. Oh no, it's a brand new operating system which actually opens a file, makes edits to the file, and saves the file.
Mm-hmm.
Gee whiz, that's like Mac, that's like Windows, and that's like
Which are all
Linux.
copied from
What's that?
Linux.
What's that?
Which are they all copy from Linux.
Right, right. So, what are you going to do any different? What are you going to do better? Nothing.
Yeah, they were going to make sure that it was standard to any hardware for any
Like
versions.
everything that we have currently today. But
Yes.
but the thing is, it would never work. Why? Because individual companies create flavors of software
Yeah,
of
but
the
this was
operating
Japan
software.
80s,
What's that?
George. Remember, this was Japan in the 80s, and all the good shit came from Japan.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about the '80s. I'm not talking about currently.
Yeah.
The problem is that what was back in the '80s? What was it? It was DOS. It was
Mm-hmm.
BASIC. It was
Mm-hmm.
Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Windows came in later, right?
Yeah.
There was Fortran.
Mm-hmm.
There was it? There was like 10 different computer languages,
Mm-hmm.
and they all executed the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
just 10 different languages. And
Hmm.
how do they think they're going to be superior to the 10 languages that already exist? It's stupid.
Not stupid. You just don't believe. You gotta clap your hands and believe, George.
Yes.
Jess Wellens, running Mini Max H3 locally on my computer. I'm starting to think AI Seinfeld should just deliver the news from now on.
Donald, you want to be president someday? Learn this. Strait of Hormuz. About a fifth of the world's oil normally moves through this little gap. Iran doesn't need a gate. Make shipping dangerous enough. Tankers stop coming. Oil gets scarce. Prices jump. Everybody panics.
So I'm president. I've got to keep this open.
Now you
keep
get
the ships moving. Calm everybody down. Make a great deal.
George, we're preventing an oil crisis.
I'm having an egg crisis.
Donald, you want to be president?
That's absolutely funny. That took like 15 seconds to do. I mean, like 15 seconds to pitch the
Yeah.
whole concept.
Yeah.
That's high level work. That's on the level of what is it? Chuck Jones.
Yeah.
Roadrunner Coyote stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. What is it? Combat. Cobalt.
You didn't keep up the message from who was it?
Combat. Gap. Cobalt. At 15 seconds, I'll never get back. Don't lie. You enjoy those 15 seconds. Pirate Nation, Sony to throw salt in the wounds of players. Sony is sending emails to PlayStation user reminding them about the platform terms and that they don't actually own their digital games. The email is getting attention because Sony term says when you purchase a digital game, you're buying a license to use it, not owning the digital game itself. The license generally can't be transferred to somebody else. And losing access to your account also means losing access to your digital content. In other words, if your PlayStation account is permanently banned or closed, you could lose access to the digital games linked to that account. Yay. Sony. It's it's just coming, one after another, George. One after another. Oh, George, remember you talked about Elon Musk and the chain of of satellite, and you talked about quantum entanglement and all that stuff. Remember that?
Yep.
Let's see. Polymarket U.S. researchers successfully transmitted quantum information wirelessly through an open air over 13-mile, advancing efforts to build a future quantum internet.
Quantum internet, you say?
Quantum, a QNet. QNet.
That would make sense. Why?
Go ahead.
Because they would need quantum level data transfer between Mars and Earth.
Yeah. It's amazing. Colonel Talon Watkins, right after Reagan granted illegal alien amnesties, opening the door to massive migration with a reward system, all by design, and both parties working hard hand in hand. George H.W. Bush, Skull and Bones, Clintons, Rhodes Scholar, Miller Fabian Secret Society. They appear to be two different parties, but that's just a charade for the uninformed. Shiloh Marks, 4 months into his presidency, Clinton signs the NVRA into law, prohibiting the federal voter registration application from requiring proof of citizenship. The Save American Acts amend the NVRA. So why did we get into mess? Now you're seeing the where the attacks were coming from. But we didn't care because our gasoline was $10 for $1 for every gallon at a quantum price. Yes. But you're going to be a quadrillionaire, Gap. So who cares? It'll be a quantum mania for you. You're going to quantum leap into financial success.
Yep.
All right, Joe Lang. This is a great analysis from Seth. And I would remind people why Alaska had made such an effort to corrupt its election system. Sarah Palin. She was a real threat to the entire CIA shadow government system because she was a grassroots populist with massive charisma. They didn't know that she was that. They used her because she was Alaska and could be a useful idiot. She wasn't part of the protected class, and she wasn't corrupt. The entire reason why McCain picked her as his running mate was to destroy her politically. McCain was never going to win that election against Obama, and he knew it. Alawali controlled both candidates. He installed Obama as president. Yeah. The election between Obama and McCain was a scam. It was rigged from the beginning because Alawali, this is Prince Alawali, which is the uncle to Prince MBS of Saudi Arabia, and the prince wasn't so kind when he found out his uncle tried to assassinate him in Vegas, which led to his uncle and his men being imprisoned in a Ritz hotel that we played. Remember that?
Yep.
And then he cleaned house, and then he welcomed Trump like a brother with a sword dance. McCain chose Palin in order to destroy her. They set her up with a gotcha interview to damage her and control what she could say or not say about Obama. Why? Because Palin was very effective, and she knew exactly how to destroy Obama. Yeah, I remember when she came and she became the vice president, and somehow there was a dynamic charge to McCain that actually made Obama scare for a moment, because there are a lot of Democrat voters at that time were actually scared that McCain was going to win just because of the effectiveness of Palin, and the full media went out on force to attack her. The usual suspect, which was Daily Mail, CBS, NBC, CNN,
The old gang.
the old gang, the mainstream media gang, SNL. They even went crazy on this. That's how. That's why when she went rogue and stopped being controlled by McCain's handler, Palin was principal woman who fought for the people and Constitution. She was a danger to the cabal control. She was targeted by the media for destruction. The crooked political establishment in Alaska that she had defeated began changing the political system in Alaska to diminish her popularity and success. I wouldn't be surprised that they attacked her kids and made them go insane, basically, from what everything that happened. But, that's a speculation. So, Seth Keshel, no red state has done more to make itself playable by modern-day inept Democrat Party than Alaska by passing as many blue state laws as possible. Enough, in fact, that one corrupt judicial decision throws the entire Senate race into question. And then he has a newsletter if you want to read it. Yeah, we know that. We also know that most Alaskans are drunk because, not having sunlight half the year, messes with your mind. Kurota walking, just when you thought it couldn't get any more dystopian, CIA says hold my beer. IT guy, Singapore just switched on the world's first data center powered by living human brain cells.
Nothing can go wrong with this idea. just give the brain access to quantum computers. Nothing will go wrong. Don't worry about it.
Nobody's seen long mower man.
Yeah.
I seen the movie. I seen what happens to this. Nothing ever happens good. Eric, outrage is erupting nationwide after New Jersey Governor Mickey Shuril signed a law that could impose or imprison Christian that prays outside an abortion facility. McInerney, some people could face 18 months in prison for simply praying outside a facility. And if states upgrades the charge, pro-life advocates could face up to 10 years in prison plus a fine of up to $150,000. That's an unconstitutional.
This is basically thought crimes.
Yeah, well, this is unconstitutional because it's repugnant to the Constitution. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of New Jersey Christians being arrested just on principle, but also it will get to the Supreme Court and they'll vote to say it's unconstitutional. But you're going to see a lot of Christian people being arrested in New Jersey.
We suffer,
We suffer a lot. So I think we're understanding why Chris Pratt divorced his first wife. Oilfield rando, Chris Pratt made the right call on bailing. Son wanted his mom to consider accepting Jesus, and she starts telling her child how much she likes abortion. In the documents, I tried to challenge him, she devolved, do you know it's a luxury that you get to be pro-life? And he's like, maybe. New York Post, Anna Faris details tense conversation with religious son Jack 14. I tried to challenge him. At this point, you should be not staying with your mom. You should be moving with your dad and stepmom, who's a Schwarzenegger, and your stepdad Arnold Schwarzenegger would help you get pumped. I'll give you pump. You be Star Lord Jr.
Yeah, that still blows me away. Related to Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Your brother, or your sister, your brother will be my grandchildren.
You know what? That would explain why Chris Pratt has survived the cancel culture.
Yeah. I got the Terminator. He'll come back. You know what it reminds me of? It's kind of funny that people were saying that Chris Pratt should take over the role of Indiana Jones because he has that he got the physique. He can get the physique, right?
He's got the charm too.
And he got the charm, and he has the comedic timing that Indy has.
Yeah.
And what was funny is that Harrison Ford was having an interview when he was promoting the Dial of Destiny, right?
Yeah.
And he says, "I don't give a shit about Chris Pines." But what did he say about Chris Pratt? "I don't give a shit about Chris Pine." Cat turd. Incoming monster lawsuit. This is horrible. Daily Loud. Multiple patients at a Nashville hospital are paralyzed after staff accidentally gave them the wrong drugs.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, George.
Corporate speak. There's way too many checks and balances for an accident like that to happen.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
This is a Nashville hospital, right?
Okay, what's that mean?
Well, Nashville Hospital has a EMT service, right?
What's on EMP service?
EMT, emergency medical transportation.
Okay,
ambulance,
yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
What is the chances that this is the same regional hospital that would have treated that recent celebrity, Hayden Panettiere?
Oh, the cheerleader?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Are you talking about systemic incompetency?
I'm talking about, hey, just earlier this week, that cheerleader died because of cardiac arrest, and the EMT bungling it up, right? Now we have Nashville Hospital because she was at Nashville, or hospitals are being paralyzed after staff accidentally gave them the wrong drugs.
Oh, sorry. That would suggest systemic incompetency. That is unique and highly improbable in a hospital system because there's way too many checks and balances for that to happen. And for that to actually do happen, the corruption would have to start at the very top.
You mean like the president?
No, the shareholders of the hospital, and work their way down to the what do you call it? The chiefs of staff.
Nashville Hospital is very sorry.
Chief of surgery, chief of emergency, chief of walk-ins.
Yeah.
And then that would have to filter down to the corrupt individuals who would support the chiefs. So it's highly unlikely.
Yeah. So Grimmelus says president of the hospital is literally an Indian woman with a Star Wars name, by the way. Shohada Jayesha. Nashville Hospital says sorry for injecting potassium chloride into the spine of those getting routine surgery, paralyzing them. Hey, George, remember the story where we said that India was giving fraudulent certificates?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe this Nashville hospital has a very concentrated level of, fraudulent.
That is a narrative I didn't even think about. Yes. Yeah, that would absolutely be a very strong possibility.
And why would I say that? Because we've read stories where there were people saying that when a Indian leader in a power position starts firing American workers and hiring Indians compatriots and showing how to bypass the screening filter systems. We read those stories.
Yeah.
So, how do we know
Well, you know what?
Maybe we don't know. Maybe it's
this
slander. That's
this
just
could be
sword.
just a chef's kiss
Mm-hmm.
on the list of things that would easily
Yeah.
convince the general public
Yeah.
not to trust the medical system anymore.
Exactly. The more you know. Colonel Tom Watkins responding to Hannibal 999. The flock changed its term and condition yet again. August 21st, 2026, yesterday, and it creates a loophole data laundering mechanism. Read section 1.12. Flock property includes any derivative works, intermediaries, or final outputs, analysis, report models, or other result generated um, through by or through the flock services. All right. So it says Flock property means that Flock services, the Flock software, Flock hardware, the web interface, Flock confidential information, and all intellectual property
Oh
or
my
preparatory.
gosh! Stop!
Yeah,
You sound like the scene in the Blues Brothers when Jake no, Elwood picks up Jake
yeah.
from the
He's
group
talking
at the
about
beginning.
smogs.
Yeah, and they're in the car, and he goes,
Yeah,
"Where'd you get this car? This car's a cop car. It's got
yeah,
cop shocks, cop engine,
yeah.
cop steering, you know,
I traded the blue
catalytic converter."
Cadillac for a microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So no, please continue.
All right. Let's see. Uh, continue. Yeah, I traded it. You traded the Bluesmobiles for this? No, for a microphone. A microphone, okay, I can see that. Well, what the hell is this? This was a bargain. I picked it up at the Mount Prospect City Police auction last spring. It's an old Mount Prospect police car. They were practically giving them away. Well, thank you, pal. The day I get out of my prison, my own brother picks me up in a cop car. You don't like it? I don't like it. Car got a lot of pickup. It got a cop motor, a 440 cubic inch plant. It got top car tires, cop suspension, cop shocks, and it's a model made before the Cadillac converter, so it'll run good on regular gas. What do you say? Is it the newest Bluesmobile or what? Fix the cigarette lighter. There you go. For clarity, the flock property also includes any derivative works, intermediates, or final inputs, analysis, report, models of other related generated by through the flock's service, except for the limited accessibility, download customer data within the applicable retention period. No rights are granted to download, extract, report, or otherwise create or retain copies of such derivatives, outputs, and other elements of the flock properties. What it says in English: hey, if the city stops paying for us, and the camera's still running, any data we capture is our property to do as we wish.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Oopsie. Burgers and fries. You know, you're gonna have a bad day. It's amazing that you can find the Blues Brothers scripts online now. You know how hard it would be in the past to hunt down and get a copy of the script? Now you can just Google it and it'll be right there. Eric, update. Governor Ron DeSantis just invited Elon Musk to open a Tesla Gigafactory in Florida. DeSantis says, I'm game. This would be awesome, Elon Musk.
Holy shit.
That's the trillionaire Elon Musk says. Yay or nay? You know? Maybe he'll say yay, or maybe he'll say nay, or maybe he'll be like, you know what? Maybe he's right. You know. Well, we won't. We will never know. The world will never know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pole?
Yep.
Brian Case, this actually happened. This actually happened exactly as described. He killed himself, his father, his mother over a freaking iPhone. Mike Kobe, 19-year-old, demands an iPhone 15. Parents refuse. Son runs to a cliff top, threatens to unalive himself. Parents talk to him for 3 hours. Dad grabs him, and son slips, pulls dad, who pulls mom, and all of them tumbles down.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Now they are reborn as cows, eating cows, and we don't eat cows.
For a freaking iPhone, man.
iPhone, yes. They had to get the iPhone, and now we are cows. I hope you're happy with your new life. Benny Johnson, the USPS publishes mail-in ballots rules for the midterm election. This is huge. The USPS just published a new rule implementing Trump's executive order on mail-in ballots. The states that want postal service to handle the mail-in or absentee ballots must turn over a list of every voter getting a ballot, put a unique serialized codes on both the outgoing and return envelope, and if a state refuses the USPS, will not deliver those ballots. A judge appointed by Obama has temporarily blocked the rule from starting, and they published it anyway, so it can go live the second the court lifts that block for the midterm. Actually, they already did, but this is a little old news. Hey, George, you know what this also do?
Not a clue.
It's a Gap says flock this. Orange face, race eyebrow. They've been flock. It's a head start of the U.S. Postal Office becoming the new censor bureau to update, all the people who are actually supposed to be here.
That's a harsh statement there, sir. Censor Bureau?
Yes, censor
More
bureau.
like Filter Bureau.
No, they gotta sense things.
Like coffee filter.
Exactly. Eric, Secretary of War Pete Hesse just pulled the plug and Dems are livid. No, they're not. They don't even know what the word livid means.
Yeah, livid. You live inside
a squatter?
And, yeah, that's it.
Like most of their voters?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hefseg is formally firing the woke publisher, chief and editor, and a reporter from the Texas-subsidized Stars and Stripes military newspaper for insubordination. Chuck Schumer's response: he's suppressing free speech. It's not free speech if you're working for the government. No?
Nah. Everybody knows that.
Hey George, I want your corporate speak on this post because it sounds like bullshit to me. This is Pirate Nation. Sony CEO Hikori Tokoki says the current memory shortage actually came at a lucky time for PlayStation. It is lucky, we are in the latter half of the lifetime cycle of a PS console. That means we do not need to aggressively sell console today. And rather than that, we are focusing on recurring revenues from current, the user base. PlayStation had 120 1.5 million monthly active users as of June 30th. So Sony is increasingly focused on revenue from its existing players through services like the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, a lot of people are canceling their PlayStation Plus accounts because of the lack of, no more physical disc moving forward.
What's it mean? I have no idea.
You can't translate Japanese corporate speak.
Japanese corporate speak. This guy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
He's going to be there for maybe 1 or 2 more years. He's going to collect his parachute and go somewhere else.
yeah.
Technically speaking, a lot of the corporations,
Mm-hmm.
if the corporation's not run by the guy who created the corporation,
Yeah.
the majority of the time, they're just
Mm-hmm.
they don't give a shit.
Hmm.
They're there to collect a paycheck and do as little work as possible, get something on the resume, and fuck off to the next company.
Interesting.
It's almost like Ricky Gervais saying, "Look, come up here, get your reward, make a speech, and fuck off."
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's super right. So here's the thing. Camp After Dark. Well, guys, this is it because I got to get going and start cooking. Well, have a wonderful dinner because you could have just left it on and listened to us as a background like all radio hosts, but you chose to respect our time by turning us off.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Gap. You're a swell listener.
You're a swell listener. I like the guy. He's great. He's fantastic. You'll never know it, but he's fantastic. R.L. Thorne, let's our state and governor, but Florida property values are just too high to consider a large industrial base for most companies unless you focus I-75 plus 30 miles wide north half of the state for a regional hub. Ron DeSantis, I think North Florida should be the spot. Do it in an existing industrial area. We put the money into things like connecting roads for some of these areas so they can expand. So it looks like Ron DeSantis is trying to get Elon Musk to make automobiles in Florida.
Thing about this,
Mm-hmm.
DeSantis is basically earmarking large swaths of land.
Yeah.
To corporates.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking huge.
Yeah.
That's really, really huge.
Yeah. The General Cyber Lee.
That's funny.
I mean, if they're able to make it, look how much money costs would go down. Job would raise up. The economy would raise up. Ron DeSantis, Florida has never had an auto manufacturing, even though our industrial base has expanded dramatically, especially in defense and aviation and aerospace. Car hasn't been in the mix. It doesn't have to be any particular company, but I think there are good industrial areas in certain parts of Florida, a good potential workforce due to our focus on vocational education. And there you go. He's pushing. He's currently pushing on that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. Hmm. I'm just letting marinate for a moment.
Chef's kiss.
Chef kiss. Debriefing 17. The fire may not be the operation, the fire may be the reveal. This AP headline should stop you for a second. Wildfires are exposing and detonating bombs in mine buried since the World War I and World War II. Now let's get up to the 40,000 feet view. For the last several years, we watched the same basic sequence repeat across different systems: hidden, exposed, map, seize, remove, system, harden. And this includes crypto wallets, encrypted communication, cartel networks, shell companies, smuggling infrastructures, financial rails, and now the physical ground itself. Wildfires stripped away decades of vegetation, and suddenly old roads, trenches, bunker, ammunition dump, unexploded ordnance become visible and accessible again. That does not prove somebody started the fire to destroy the hidden weapons, but it raises a much better question. What gets discovered after the fire? Watch the follow-on events: bomb disposal team, military cordons, restricted area, bunkers and tunnels, weapon caches, excavations, site remediation, arrest or seizure, maybe because the fire isn't destroying the evidence, maybe it's removing the cover. We keep seeing things that sat hidden for decades suddenly become actionable. This could be money, the networks, the tunnel, the communication, and literally the weapons buried beneath our feet.
Wow.
This is AP reporting wildfires expose and detonates buried bombs and mines from World War I and World War II. So, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, totally.
You know. Any comments?
Nope.
Oh. All right. And then we're just going to start ending this up with a lot of Canadian news.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Where's the off button? Off button.
So the first one is from
override.
So the first one is from Radio Giona. What's happening in Britain is unprecedented. Birmingham's new Pakistani Muslim mayor speaks in broken English. Let's listen.
Volunteers, faith communities, charities, businesses, teachers, NHS staff, and everyone who worked behind the scenes to support others. As a Lord Mayor, I hope to serve with compassion, respect, to represent every community across Birmingham. One of our city's greatest strengths is its diversity. Birmingham shows that people of different faith, religion, gather with understanding, respect, and shared purpose. Some things we should be proud and continue to build upon for our future generations. I would also like to thank my family, my friends who have supported me throughout this journey. I would not be standing here without your support. It's with immense pride, gratitude, and honor that I am standing here. To my fellow councillors and civic leaders, whatever our differences, we share common responsibility to serve the people of Birmingham, and I look forward to working together for good of our city. As I begin this year of office, I do so with gratitude, optimism, and a genuine commitment to this great city and its people. Together, let us continue to celebrate and strengthen our great city. Birmingham is bigger than its challenges, and we will overcome them. Continue to show that very best of Birmingham to the world. Thank you.
I heard it. You heard it. They heard it. I didn't understand one lick what the guy said.
I had my ear to the microphone. Oh no, to the speaker. I had the speaker on full blast,
Yeah.
and honestly, none of that made any sense.
Yeah.
This guy is amazing.
Yep.
He's going to be the best politician ever in the world.
Yeah, he could talk all he wanted and people eyes starts glazing over. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Kirill Dmitriev just become the 52nd state and relax. The Russian the Sovereignty Wealth Fund manager and right-hand man of President Vladimir Putin of Russia is telling Mark Carney to just become the 52nd state. Mark Carney, for more than a year, Canada has worked tirelessly in complete good faith with the United States to negotiate a new comprehensive trade agreement. We've been pragmatic, patient, and persistent. Our goal has always been to secure the best possible agreement for Canadian women and men. It has never been about signing an agreement at any cost or within a given time frame. Late last night, I ordered our negotiator to return to Ottawa. We cannot accept what the United States is offering us and refuse to grant them what they are asking of us. Canada will apply equivalence duties, dollar for dollars, to input. Your dollars is like 3/4 of our dollars. It doesn't make sense. To those imposed by the United States in order to protect Canadian workers, farmers, and family and business. In the oncoming days, we'll unveil the details of these new tariffs measure, which will take effect on Tuesday following Labor Day, so you can get the full sting in your breakfast meal. Paid by the Committee of the Maple Mafia.
Alrighty.
Tom Logano, Carney's job was to extract as much as he could from Canada for his Davos Masters, while simultaneously turning Canada into a failed state on the U.S. northern border. It is the same strategy they ran in Mexico. There are a few things that will make me happier than watching Mark Carney slink into irrelevancy as Canada is finally absorbed into the U.S. and out of the Commonwealth. All right. This is a response to James E. Thorne. Canada cannot win a trade war. It needs a rational, honest strategy. The prize in Canada's confrontation with Washington is continued access to the world's largest economy, sitting directly next door. The United States is a roughly $32 trillion market. China may be the second largest economy, but is far away and cannot be replaced by commercial advantage of geographic, common infrastructure, familiar legal practice, and deeply integrated North America supply chains. Canada cannot win a trade war with its largest trading partner. It can defend itself, impose focused costs where it has leverage, and negotiate hard, but it cannot plausibly inflict equivalent damage on an economy many times its size while remaining so dependent on the access to that market. The U.S. still takes roughly 72% of Canadian goods export. That is why the objective should not be performative escalation. Broad retaliatory tariffs may satisfy an understandable desire to hit back, but they raise prices for Canadian families, increase input costs for Canadian firms, and risk making Canada a less attractive place to invest in manufacture. Tariffs can be temporary, targeted negotiation tools. They are not an economy growth strategy. Trade war ends at the negotiation tables, not through successive announcements of measure that can harm one's own economy. The reactions from much of Canada suggest that the country has yet absorbed the seriousness of its predicament. The instinct has been to demand visible defiance, treat retaliation as a proof of resolve, and turn a structural economic challenge into an emotional political contest. That is backward. Performative policy helped bring Canada to its present position, and more performative politics will not get it out. Canada's vulnerability is not solely the product of Trump's Hamilton's economic strategy. It reflects data of domestic neglect, weak business investment, stalled productivity, regulatory complexity, barriers to internal trade, delay infrastructure, economic policy that too often favor subsidies and protection over competition, capital formation, and globally competitive firms. The consequences are increasingly visible. Canada's investment per worker was only 85% of its 2014 levels by 2023, while business, research, and development spending of roughly 1.8% of the GDP lag both the OECD average and the United States. These weaknesses did not begin with the present dispute, but the dispute has exposed them. Emotional response should not become a national strategy. Anger at Washington and the temptation to reduce everything to hostility towards one American president obscure a more durable reality. The U.S. trade policy is increasingly tied to its national security, industrial policy, and geopolitical power. That shift will not disappear with one election or one negotiator. Canada needs firmness without fantasy, but it also must accelerate energy, transport, trade infrastructure. Canada needs to deregulate, improve investment competitiveness, lower internal barriers, strengthen productivity, diversify export, and restore fiscal discipline. Canada needs time it does not have. Canada needs facilities, not what has been on displays. Canada cannot replace the American market overnight. The task is to secure access to it while fixing the domestic weaknesses that have made Canada so exposed. Decades of neglect are coming home to roost. There's a response to Bloomberg. Mark Carney is doing what no previous Canadian leader has done by accepting that President Trump can impose tariffs despite the terms of the North America Trade Pact, and that the country's former deputy prime minister said. Okay, yes, because you know what? Effectively, the North America Free Trade Act is null and void. None and void. George? George is sleeping. He fell asleep. Snoozing. Polymark. Mark Carney declares Canada is at quote unquote war with the US as new tariffs takes place. Really? You say that? Wow. I can't believe it, oi. Still there? I think we overshot our way. George?
I've just been thinking about a security feature.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it back to Rockstar. Okay, Rockstar had a security feature that failed miserably, absolutely 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing between Canada and the United States, I think there's a failure in security.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, follow this thinking. From all intents and purposes, since Mark Carney got in because he was voted to handle Donald Trump, nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
No finalization of any deals. We've had roller coaster rides on tariffs going in and out, all that stuff. And it comes down to the security of the country, Canada, that is, America's fully secured. The security of the country, in terms of Canada, I find it highly unlikely that Mark Carney is working against the people of Canada for one reason only, and that is because I believe they have a plan in motion, set in motion. Somebody at this level just doesn't let somebody else roll over them without a super secret, ultimate response, and yeah, I just don't see any other possibility.
I don't know. So strange.
Yeah.
So strange.
All right, what's next?
Dan Bongino. Let's see what Dan Bongino has to say. I warn you
Wait,
all.
the bumbling Bongino?
Yeah, Bongino.
Oh, Bongino, not Banjo.
No, not Banjo. Bongino. I warn you all about the effort to destroy our movement. They fail miserably. Proud to stand with you in this fight against demons, and thank you, President Trump, for standing up while others stood down. President Donald J. Trump on his Truth Social yesterday. Tucker Carlson just met with the lightweight former Congressman Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Brown. Losers all. Tucker's views have fallen through the floor and will only get worse. Nobody cares about him any longer, and that he has become totally irrelevant. And happens to be surprisingly very low IQ individual. He could barely get out of college, and maybe he didn't. But only really dumb people can't make it through that wonderful 4-year time in life. Tucker wants to run for political office, but he should be required to take a cognitive test. He got no chance, but could probably take a couple of points away from whatever the Republican ticket happens to be. Tucker is a loser, always has been. Marjorie Taylor Brown, green turns to brown under stress, a highly neurotic young woman, went from ultra-conservative to a liberal fool, and all in a matter of weeks, because I refused to return her phone calls, not because I didn't like her, because I just had no time. She was way down the polls in Georgia because I took away my endorsement. Well, sorry, you never gave your endorsement. That's the issue. And would have had no chance of winning, so she, like everyone else, quit. Thomas Massey has returned to be a failed politician and a real jerk. He thought it was wonderful to vote no on everything, no matter how good, strong, or proper legislation would be. What a team this would be. 3 losers and a pocket full of change. The only chance they have is to join the radical left Democrats and try break into the primary system. To all of them, I say, praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. I'm telling you, it's going to get on hit more and more on Hitch as the time goes by.
Strange.
Keter Law, we wouldn't even notice. The Kevin Coolin project. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has proposed Canada put tariffs on states that voted for President Trump. That would be Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Iowa, Missouri, Montana, Texas, and Wisconsin. There's a couple missing of them, but you get the gist.
Next.
Really?
Yep. I'm looking away. I'm not even looking at the screen.
All right. Then we continue on. Are you even surprised?
Come on, you're killing me.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order. And I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new.
It's a little spicy there. Did I miss it? Where is it? Ah, man, they deleted it.
Oh, thank God. Move along.
No, the next one was they found Adam Kinzinger Griner account.
And what was so special about this Grinder account?
That's an account for gay people, for gay guys specifically.
Why don't you just go over to Blue Sky?
No, you have to deal with all the Karens.
Don't
you know?
you go over to MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace is where it's going to make a resurgent.
Oh.
Talk about what your feelings in my space, not your space, my space. All right. I believe that's okay. And the saga of the women's national basketball sports continues to happen as somebody threw a green dildo on the court.
Ah, jeez.
You know, talk about Transformers. Gunther Eagleman, Canada has taken advantage of America's generosity and access to our massive economy for so long. Those days are over. This is exactly what I voted for. American first. Make it here, build it here, buy it here, put American workers first. Throwing us over tariffs, we keep raising the stakes until the deal is fair. No more apology for protecting our own country. America first isn't a slogan. It's a beautiful thing. With American maple honey, with American pancakes, with American butter. They have the technology.
Maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
That's all to say.
Can you do it? Yes, you can. I think that's it for tonight because everything else is just becoming talking about Canada's failed trade things.
Oh, please don't hurt the audience. You know, view count. Come on.
I can't help it. It's all Canada right now. Let's see what this one says. Eric, Iran is publicly lashing out after President Trump got 16 million barrels of oil through the Strait of Hormuz on Friday alone, per Axios. They're not looking forward to Treasury Secretary Scott Bess's Monday announcement to economically devastate Iran even further. Some Iranian leaders are livid, while the moderate president wants the war to end badly. There's not much they can say when the country doesn't have a Navy, Air Force, tech, radar, manufacturing, and their leaders are gone. Second set are gone. Third parts of the third set is gone. Huh.
Yeah, I think the only person left is the where's that Kiefer Sullivan? Kiefer Sutherland. TV series where everyone
Designated Survivor.
Is it?
Or are you thinking of 24 Hours?
No, designated survivor.
Okay.
Yeah. I think pretty soon we're going to have the designated survivor being the janitor.
Uh-huh.
At a local school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. What's this?
No, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. There's no things. I'm trying to just refresh because all the stories are Canada. Canada, the maple syrup, it's all gone. You know.
Yep.
Oh, Dr. Robin Malone has something to say. He posted, "Did you notice summer is usually riot season? Ever since the USAID ID was defunded and the SPLC indicted and the Act Blue is being investigated, things have been pretty calm this summer. Just saying." Yeah, George, have you noticed that?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, let me corporate speak. If I put on a blindfold, I will not be able to tell you anything. And right now, I got 3 blindfolds on.
Your mouth blindfolding your ears and blindfolding your.
I'm a willfully blindfolded man.
Yeah. Strange. All right, I think we'll end it here.
Sure.
Otherwise, we'll just continue with a lot more Canadian news. All right, thank you to Cap After Dark. Let's see if anybody answer. Yeah. Thank you to the Lurkers of Bot. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to George. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow for Sunday movie, where we're going to be watching a movie. So join us there, and it'll be loads of fun. Until next time, bye.
Right.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together we can make